welcome to Grateful Rescue TV. I'm Pamela Terhune, and we have Pixie with us.
She's a little Pixie.
Pixie and our dear friend Patty.
And Patty's here.
And Stewie, of course.
And Stewie.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. It's been a busy few weeks,
yes,
and lots going on in Indianapolis, and lots going on in your home
yeah.
too. You think can we talk about this?
I think I can do it.
Okay. Faith, who is actually the mascot for Grateful Rescue, is your dog, and you got her from Best Friends and named for Faith, who is the starter of Best Friends. Okay.
Faith Maloney, the founder.
Faith, your dog, is not doing well. What's going on?
Faith is not doing well, Patty. She has lung cancer. It didn't start as lung cancer. It started with a big mass on her belly, and we had it removed. And of course, they'd sent it off to Purdue and had it checked out. And unfortunately, it was a fast spreading, and it's occupied. It's occupied almost 70% of her lungs, and she's having trouble breathing. So. But she's still operating on all other functions. She likes to go outside. She still likes to play. She loves her treats.
She loves to eat. Yes, she does.
So, so yeah, it's breaking our hearts.
Yeah. Well, I went to go see her just a couple weeks ago,
You
and
did.
She seemed, I mean, she was alert. She wanted some treats. Oh, want to go home. She wants to take a nap. He wants to take a nap. So you're doing the best that you can to make her no pain.
No pain, right. We won't let her suffer.
This is going to be hard.
It'll be hard, but you know what? We do the best we can whenever. Dogs don't know where they're going to end up. They're lucky to end up with us as people who love them and treat them right. She could have just as well ended up in a bad situation. So I have to just take comfort in that and know that that she's very loved by many.
By many.
By many.
Yeah, I know. It's rough. It's very rough.
It is.
Okay. Are you okay today? Okay. All right. Because I'm listening. All right. You're good. You're a good woman.
Thank you, and thank you for all you've done for Faith.
Now, let's say you need to go into the hospital. What do you do to have someone look after your pet?
Well, Grateful Rescue has a safe haven program, and Adam Dunn has a story.
Here at Grateful Rescue, Pamela offers many resources, but one resource gave one woman peace of mind. Lucy has been at Grateful Rescue for 12 weeks now under the watchful care of Pamela. Today, after a few months of surgery, Lucy's owner, Barbara Ray, is coming to see her best friend for the first time in quite a while.
Hi, sweetheart. Mommy's home. Mommy's home. Hi, sweetheart. I think you've gotten a little grayer.
Lucy has been in Barbara's care and has been her best friend for almost a decade and a half.
Lucy, we rescued her from PetSmart 14 years ago. She and her two sisters were left on railroad tracks to pretty much fend for themselves in a box. Brought her home, and she's been with me ever since. But as she's gotten older, I went on oxygen almost 6 years ago. And so then I had to have Kelly Stewart. She came and walked her 3 days a week because I couldn't walk her. And so that kept her going. But in the last, year or two, things have, as you know, her back legs and the arthritis and things, but she still wants to go, and that's the hardest part, is seeing this. So then when I started the process of lung transplant and thinking about it and all, and it was like, what would I do?
What do you do if something major like this happens and you don't have someone to take care of your beloved best friend while you have a major life event, like Barbara's double lung transplant, Pamela has a very special program that allows you to sign up for it if you are in need.
It's called the Safe Haven program, and what we do is we take animals for people if they are undergoing a life-changing procedure or rehabilitation. If they, in Lucy's case, she was getting a double lung transplant, so we were going to keep Lucy for up to 12 weeks. And without that service, someone would be faced with either surrendering their animal or boarding it. And a lot of times dogs like Lucy wouldn't be able to withstand that long of a stressful situation. And there's no charge for the service. It's just a way to keep the animals with their parents. I mean, they've spent many years being a responsible pet parent, and they need assistance too sometimes.
Knowing that your pet is being well taken care of is very important, especially when in Barbara's situation, when she needed to focus on herself to get well post-surgery.
It's just the unknowns. 2 months ago, I was scared. But now it's like, it's been a blessing, what all's happened. And I'm so grateful and so thankful, and more people need to know about what is here and because there are people that they have to surrender their animals, or, because that was something, maybe I would have to give her up to somebody, because I won't be able to take care of her, or maybe she'll go downhill while I'm away, and because she's already, having some issues. I can't be more thankful, because, it's between my family and Alice and everybody that's helped out. And what are the chances of people knowing you and knowing what you had here to point me in the right direction? I think she's so grateful, and we're honored that she trusted us to take Lucy. I remember the first time I spoke to Barb on the phone, she knew she was going to get the call about any time, and we had a plan for me to come meet Lucy. Well, then a couple days later, I received the phone call from her next door neighbor, Alice, and she said, she's gone. She got called to surgery. So then we scrambled to get Lucy here, and it all turned out nice. And then I talked to Barb on the phone after her surgery, and she was so grateful. She couldn't believe that the service existed.
Pamela and her volunteers will make sure that they will help if you have a long stint away from home, may it be surgery, military service, rehabilitation service, or others. Go onto the website and click the Outreach tab, then click Pet Safe Haven tab to find a form to fill out so Grateful Rescue can reach out to you about the program.
It's everything. All the prayers have been answered. They will continue. But there's that. I still have to worry about that, but I can't. I got to focus on right now, so not worry about down the road. So she'll take care of me, I hope. This is wonderful.
For Grateful Rescue TV, I'm Adam Byers-Dunn.
Sit, stay, watch.
Pixie says yes. More coming up on Grateful Rescue.
Indy 500 winner Joseph Newgarden has a soft spot for animals. Patty Spitler looks back at her interview with the racing star and the kitty cat that caught his eye.
Andrew, will you read me a story?
Oh yeah, let's watch Faith's Book Nook.
Grateful Rescue presents Faith's Book Nook. Watch dozens of storytelling videos right now at gratefulrescue.org.
When we arrived on the scene, I would run towards the fire, barking at the men to hurry up with their hoses of water.
I can watch it as a bedtime story.
Or anytime I want to learn about animals.
Thank you for joining us tonight for tonight's book reading, and thank you for supporting Grateful Rescue.
I'll lend you my daddy. I'm sure you'll agree. Now that he's home, he belongs just to me.
Celebrities and pet lovers of all ages read their favorite books about animals.
This is First Dog Henry Holcomb, and we have a story for you. Apparently it smells good.
Storytime is anytime at Facebook Nook.
Watch Book Nook anytime on your laptop, tablet, or smartphone. Faith's Book Nook, right now at gratefulrescue.org.
And as you know, Joseph Newgarden just won the Indy 500.
Oh, and he won our hearts as well, because I talked to him 10 years ago when he was very young. And also something else, he loves pets. Oh.
And we love him.
We do love him, especially kittens. Let's take a look.
I've always grown up with dogs and cats, and I love animals. I'm a big animal lover. We're big animal lovers in my house, and my mom is a big animal lover. So I was always exposed to that and showing kindness to pets, you know, trying to look after them. There's a lot of people that are cruel to animals, and you know, it's definitely, it's a hard fact, but it's true. There's a lot of issues out there that need to be addressed.
So recently, while participating in the Grand Prix of Baltimore, Joseph fell in love with something else. He was volunteering for the Show Your Soft Side anti-animal abuse campaign, and he posed with a kitten from the Baltimore Animal Rescue and Care Shelter. The photo shoot was done, but Joseph couldn't get the little fella off his mind. Tell us about the special cat in your life.
I didn't adopt him right away, but I knew I wanted to adopt him. So what I did was I worked with the Baltimore Animal Rescue Center, and I asked them, and I said, hey, I want to adopt this cat. Is there a way that we can make it happen? And I had a lot of help from different people. Honda helped me out. Honda helped get me in touch with Southwest, and Southwest ended up flying this cat for free down to Nashville just to reunite us, which was great.
I think we can all agree any pet Joseph Newgarden adopts is going to have a pretty nice life. Well, maybe after you win several 500 races and you retire, you know, then you can get a couple dogs.
Absolutely. You know, winning a couple Indianapolis 500s, then getting a couple dogs, that sounds like a great plan. Ooh. I'm going to go for that.
Hi, I'm Pamela Terhune, and we are here with the legendary two-time Indy 500 champion, animal lover, and Grateful Rescue supporter, Al Unser Jr.
Thank you.
Hey, Al.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us.
You betcha.
Well, we appreciate your support so much. And one thing that you know about Grateful Rescue is that we have a lot of activities and community services where we utilize the love of animals to heal hearts and to help victims of PTSD and domestic violence programs. And I just finished up reading this amazing book, A Checkered Past. You can get it on Amazon.
Thank you.
And I read about Lola, and it stole my heart.
Yeah.
And it appears that she has taken you out of a dark spot.
Absolutely. She basically saved my life in a way that I was living by myself and so on. And then with Lola kept me company and just gave me stuff to think about, gave me someone to take care of, and so she just helped me out of a really dark time in my life, and so yeah, I owe her everything. Yeah.
They do. Their love is so powerful, and I also understand you got a brother for Lola about a year later.
Well, when I first got Lola and I was going to the office during the daytime, she was staying home, and I was just thinking that was just too lonely for her. And so I went and I got another schnauzer who's related to Lola. Same grandparents, but different parents. And so one day I brought Lola a toy that bit back. And that's how she just took it in. She goes, oh, this is really cool, a toy that bites back. And so we named him Larry.
Larry.
Yep, yeah. Larry and Lola. So.
Larry and Lola.
Yeah.
Oh. And does Larry and Lola know what an important father they have?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think so. I think what's important to them is that I give them treats.
Yeah.
That's what's important to them, so.
Well, that's a pretty big deal. And Lola, you're a pretty big deal. Yes, you are. Yes.
She's our team mascot with here in the race shop with the race cars, Future Star Racing, and then the foundation, Wings and Wheels. And so, she's our racing mascot.
Oh, I love it. And if people want to learn more about Wings and Wheels?
Yep, wingsandwheelsfoundation.com.
wingsandwheelsfoundation.com.
Yep. So it's all part of Future Star Racing, and what we do, we try to help young kids that first step out of go-karts and in these real race cars, and so most of them are 16 to 18 years old, and so we're trying to pass on what was so freely given to me by my family and so on. So yeah.
I'm sure they aspire to be the next Allenser Jr. as well.
Well, we hope so.
I hope so too. Thank you so much, Al.
You bet. Thank you.
And Patty, you went to Purdue University recently for a very special program.
They have a wonderful vet school up there, as you probably know. It's called Priority for Paws, and what they do is they take shelter pets and they need some medical attention. Most shelter pets, when they come in, they don't just get adopted right away. They need some attention. And also, this helps train the new vets, so it's a win-win.
How wonderful.
Take a look. What's going on behind these walls? A life-saving and life-changing mission is underway every day at the Purdue University College of Veterinary Medicine. Priority for Paws is the shelter medicine program providing high-quality medical and surgical care for shelter animals, plus the bonus of educating the next generation of veterinarians.
Priority for Paws itself is a clinical rotation for senior veterinary students. So they're in their last year of veterinary school, about to graduate and become veterinarians, and they really need that hands-on experience clinically and surgically. And so we partner with local shelters and rescues. We provide the care medically and surgically for those animals that the shelters need, and then we provide the experience for our students who are learning how to care for those animals. So they're under our supervision of myself, Dr. Hill, our veterinary nurses, and they're learning valuable they're getting valuable hands-on experience, and we are providing invaluable resources to our community and our shelters and rescues. So once upon a time, about 9 years ago, I was a student here. I graduated from Purdue College Veterinary Medicine, and I took this program and fell in love with it as a student. After graduation, I ended up moving to Ohio in general practice for a couple years, and then I was very fortunate to have the opportunity to come back and teach and work in this community that I love.
Basically, my job includes covering for surgery, induction, prep of surgery, taking care of the patients, making sure they get full physical exams, and making sure they get home with all the medications that they need for the day. I've been at Purdue for 7 years as a versatile technician, so I'd float throughout the hospital and kind of help out everywhere, but mainly my focus was here on P4P. They hadn't had a full-time tech in a while, and just this year they finally opened up as a position, and I went ahead and took it.
And meet Brittany Morris, who just graduated from Purdue Vet School, and her newly adopted dog, Bailey.
I am passionate about shelter medicine and helping the animals that are in need, and it's also just a wonderful program to help build our surgical skills and confidence prior to graduation. I have a small animal GP position lined up just outside of Savannah, Georgia. Oh, I highly recommend Purdue. It's a small class size. You get a lot of one-on-one time with your instructors, and they all genuinely care about you and want to teach you.
The students learn, the shelters get their animals treated and have surgery and prepared for adoption. There is no charge for the animals for the shelters. The services are all free, which is another win for the shelters. I like it because I feel like shelter animals are often forgotten about, and there's a lot of emphasis right now on adopting from a shelter rather than from a breeder or places like that. And so being able to help these animals that are in difficult circumstances, help them find a home so that they can be the loving pets that we know that they are, is really special to be able to be a part of their journey.
Priority for Paws of the College of Veterinary Medicine, Purdue University, is one of the organizations benefiting from the generosity of the Nina Mason Pulliam Trust Foundation. Since 2012, the Trust has invested nearly $10 million in animal welfare work. Over the last decade, the Trust has made incredible strides in animal welfare. Priority for Paws thanks Nina Mason Pulliam for her legacy of love. For more information, go to ninapulliamtrust.org. And as you know, it's that time of the year of graduation, especially graduation for some very special puppies.
That's right, Patty. We have graduation classes for our puppies.
Oh,
They
my.
go through training because it's very important to keep them from being returned. They're going to grow into big dogs.
Okay.
And we want to get them a good start.
Okay, so who's helping train them or teach them?
Advanced Canine Techniques, Bonnie Krupa in Muncie. She comes to Grateful Rescue, and we have a wonderful bunch of volunteers. Our volunteers have volunteered to show up every week and train these puppies for a 6-week course.
And a good point you had, these are going to be very big dogs. And bigger dogs sometimes have problems being adopted just because of their size, and people think I can't control them. But if they know commands, bingo.
Yep.
Good to go.
Off to a good start.
They're off for a good start. And you've got them all dressed up too.
Yeah, they're all in their caps and gowns, thanks to Bonnie. She's got that. That's how she ends her courses. And we're closing down the place here after a training session with Bonnie Krupa, the mastermind of Advanced Canine Techniques. Bonnie, I want to thank you so much for taking care of our Grateful Dog Training Program.
Oh, you're welcome.
Oh, it's such an honor because you're highly sought in this area and probably statewide, I am sure. Tell us about this program that our Grateful Dogs are taking.
They are doing the Canine Good Citizen Therapy Dog Preparation Program. So basically, in the next 6 weeks, we're going to be working out all of the obedience commands and skills needed to pass the Canine Good Citizen test as well as the therapy dog test. Now, once the dogs hit a year old, they're able to take that test, and then they are able to go into libraries, nursing homes, hospitals, and provide the therapy that all of those people need.
That's wonderful. And we do have therapy programs. We have the reading, we have hospice and nursing home care, and a variety of other things yet to come. But that's not the only thing you do, right? You do other levels of training.
Yep, I do puppy classes, I do advanced obedience classes, I do rally and scent classes, and I offer pet CPR and first aid classes, I offer pack walks, so lots of things out there. I keep myself busy.
So as you know, we have some puppy mill dogs in your class, and a lot of them are showing up and they're very shy and timid and frightened. What do you do to help them with that, to get over that?
The best advice I can give is just make sure to go slowly. That whole 3-day, 3-week, 3-month, assimilation into a home is very, very accurate. Sometimes it might be more like 6 months to a year. So having owners be patient, but also not rushing people greeting or getting frustrated with their lack of initiative, wanting to see people, objects, just anything that's new to them. So we just find an activity that they enjoy. If it's me sitting in the grass and having them come over to me for stepping on grass for the first time, and just slowly petting and talking to them and praising them for stepping on a piece of grass, or throwing a treat and having them stand next to a table or a trash can for the first time, and then just, yay, way to go, good job. But kind of just, rather than having somebody take a treat or have a dog take a treat from your hand, have people throw treats. I find that to be so much more effective. Like when they come over, when they see the dog, don't look at them, don't talk to them, don't touch them, but just toss treats and then have them ignore the dogs. And then over time, the dog is going to start to get more comfortable. Like there's no pressure, I can take food, I'm not nervous or scared. And then they're going to kind of get closer and closer to eventually they might take treats out of your hand without you looking, but eventually you'll get to pet a little bit and touch, and the stinkier the treats, the better. And, that's the old adage for any trainer. But that will, that assimilation process will go better if you use stinky treats and then just reward the baby steps. I can't stress that enough. Just praise your puppy for the small little steps they make every day.
So no one should get concerned if their puppy is not progressing the same as, say, the puppy next to them. Everybody has their own timeline.
Oh, totally,
right?
for sure, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll find too that your puppy is gonna do excellent in week 1 doing this activity. And then in week 2, they're gonna really struggle with whatever activity we're working on. In week 3, your puppy's a rock star doing this. So yeah, you're gonna find the areas where your puppy will excel, and that you're gonna find, just like kids learning in school. You love math and English, and your friend loves science. So you find the areas where your puppies excel, and that's what you really emphasize.
And you've seen this over and over, correct?
Oh, yeah.
You've seen
yes.
puppies just blossom in the middle of by the end of their training.
Yeah, the first week they're always shy and nervous, and then by the end they're going to greet other puppies, or they're coming in excited to come. The first week the owners are pulling them in the door, and then the last week they're kind of pulling their owners in the door, which is nice to see.
I love that. I love that. Well, we're so grateful because a lot of your students in this therapy training have been to Grateful Rescue and been adopted out. So it's thrilling for me because I get to see them again. So
wonderful.
Perfect. Appreciate you more than words can tell. And we're going to be partners for a long time.
Yes, we will.
Thank you, Bonnie.
You're welcome.
Hi, I'm Peggy.
Hi, I'm Denise.
Hi, I'm Maylene.
And we volunteer for
Grateful Rescue.
This is Zeep. She's my rescue from Animal Protection League over in Anderson. I've had her about 1.5 years. She's been a little bit of work. She's been worth every bit of time and money.
I have a little kitty cat, and I'm actually fostering one of Grateful Rescue's dogs, a little Maltese, and in the process of adopting actually, and he is absolutely adorable and just as sweet as can be. It's not a shelter, it's literally a rescue and sanctuary where if these animals don't find a home, they don't have to worry because they're going to have a beautiful place to live for the rest of their lives, and it's just amazing.
They have a lot of different programs that they do, and one of them is a nursing home program where Pam and some of the other volunteers have taken their dogs to the different nursing home and let the residents love on them. And sometimes you might run into a resident that's not really people friendly, but when you bring a dog in there, they just melt.
We're so glad she lets us be part of her vision. Yes, she does what we wish we could do, but you know, we do it on such a small scale. Her scale's going to be grand, and it's going to take lots of us to make it work.
Sometimes I like animals better than I do people. so I'm really looking forward to that.
So if you'd like to learn more about some of the stories you saw today, go to gratefulrescue.org.
Okay, and you know what I want?
Pixie. We'll see you next time on Grateful Rescue TV.
Oh, see Pixie?